What's up, fellas? JPS delivers here. Another fresh episode. We're now 18 and 14. We're just 12 and 12 before winning against the Celtics. Yeah, the Celtics last at home. Not too much of a high scoring game, but it's all good. I mean, I was playing Chris Paul and Draymond. I mean, Draymond's going to take away a lot of driving basket opportunity shots more so because his defense is kind of tilt that. So you're not going to make as many when you're driving the basket compared to usual. But yeah, this just happens. But with the likes of Draymond, who's that good at defending, it's kind of like if Kawhi is on you and Chris Paul's pretty good at perimeter defense. James Harden leading the league in points per game, 27.7. He had a pretty good game last time, I think, against us. What was it? Oh no, actually, it wasn't that much. It was 23, 5, and 3. Not all too great, but still a pretty good performance. Bradley Beal led the game in fucking scoring though, bitches. And there's Bradley Beal 20 a game. Let's come on, man. We gotta bring it up. We gotta bring it up. But leading the league in rebounds, we got Gobert still getting at it, but he's pretty much fallen by a complete point. So it's about 14 rebounds a game, 18, 14. It's very impressive. Still about 4 blocks per game. That's just insane. He's been on an amazing tear. Gobert has, and it's just it's been holding well, pretty damn well. The blocks have rebounds gone down, but blocks have definitely stayed around the same. No one's averaging 10 assists per game anymore in the season. You got about 10 with Luka Doncic and John Wall. We're about to play Luka and the team, so I'm going to try to have the likes of DeJounte Murray guarding him. Or actually, no, we'll keep Bradley Beal on him, I think. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. But I mean, nah, I'll put DeJounte on him. DeJounte's like 6'5". But yeah, he's tied for the league lead in assists. LeBron James basically right there. TJ McConnell, I mean, he's doing pretty well actually. I mean, it's kind of the case if he was playing like 30 minutes a night, he'd probably average 9 and 9, pretty much. Paul George, him and Giannis lead the league in steals, quite not far behind. With Jimmy Butler falling off a little bit, and then blocks per game, easily Gobert leading the league. Let's look at jersey sales. Kevin Durant's still ahead of LeBron, with Curry now in third as he had jumped James Harden last time. Anthony Davis and Giannis staying around the same. Joel Embiid moves in to the top 10 in jersey sales. That kind of makes sense right there. Likes of Kyrie for sure. Kevin Durant and LeBron going to definitely be the top 2, but Kawhi Leonard on the Lakers would definitely be around the top ones for sure. So now looking at standings, fourth in the conference right now. Technically the same pace as the Rockets and doing pretty well. As the defense has gone down, but the offense has kind of gone down as well. We'll have to see about the differential and stuff. It just must be nice big blowouts in games that we're winning compared to. It must be a larger margin in games that we're winning, or games that we're losing than games that we're winning. Um, Phoenix Suns right behind us with Damian Lillard. We got James trying to hold on, as well as I believe it's Porzingis' team, but Porzingis has been injured. Kawhi's team's not off to a great start, but definitely Giannis and Kyrie's team, Steph Curry's team for sure, and then AD's up there as well as Paul George and Jimmy Butler. So far in awards for top like 5 guards right now, Luka's number 4 behind Damian Lillard at 3, Kemba, and then Kyrie with for sure Kyle Lowry's right there. Doing really well on that team. I mean, going 17 and 8, and right with Jokic, that's going to help a ton. Beal's not getting any love on that, and it's all good. It's whatever. But we'll have to see. It's early voting for sure, so not a big deal. All right, let's get this going. Play on Luka the boy. Oh, Jesus.
We've got basketball action at the AT&T Center. This is where you start to see the wear.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Told, Brent, players start getting tired legs and little injuries begin to crop up.
And this is where opportunities for guys who are a little bit deeper on the bench may crop up. And so the coach's job is to make
down
sure
for it.
Confidence
If Mirotic is going to play lazy as fuck.
And when called
Got
upon
Mirotic
player,
and Zubac
you're ready
over here.
to deliver.
That's a good answer. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers.
Oh.
We've got Nikola Mirotic. Out there
got the legs of Zubac and Mo Bamba going up against each other. Some young centers.
Hey, paid attention in arts and
Jesus, dude.
Right there. Didn't have to work
way
very
too
hard
easy.
at offense.
I don't think their defense is going to be that good besides Mike Conley's. I know Luka's got some steals.
Second chance shot. Oh, good on that one.
Luka's got some steals.
Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively.
I'll take that though.
Down or just the inability.
Luka's gotten some steals, but I wouldn't consider him that good a defender in real life.
They really did seem to lack the kind of intensity you need to play an effective team defense.
Bradley Beal, excellent shooter. Dude, I'm having so much fun with Bradley Beal.
As an organization for their diligence and discipline, it's all about their results and certainly about the accountability from coach to player, and more importantly, Kevin, from player to player.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Busted, DeJounte. Nice play.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Boss. A chance to extend
That Mo Bamba was about to bust that right in front of these dudes.
To stop the run. Pass to Zubac. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers.
Come on, Conley.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The second chance effort. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws.
Come on, Rip City ass shit.
And Pop now in his 2nd decade as head coach of the Spurs, closing in on the 3rd decade with the team overall. Incredible to see that kind of longevity for a coach with one team.
And you think of Popovich's tenure since he took over the Spurs back in 1996. There have been over 220 head coaching changes in the NBA. That's amazing.
That's just incredible stuff, Kevin. And so many people throughout the Spurs family tree of coaches.
Come on, Mo Bamba, you son of a bitch. You're going to do that right there? Come on.
So the brain trust of San Antonio
play some
and the
shitty ass defense.
Franchise, boy, there's touches of it all over the NBA.
Great pass to set up the
I'll take that. Kuzma's dumping on him. But, yeah, so I said I was going to talk about the Alex Jones thing. So, like, a very important thing that came through is that I just think this shit is, like, really weird. These dudes have a beef. It's like, yo, bro, gonna come on my fucking podcast? Like, no one does that as, like, that's when y'all are going to talk next or something like that. Like, and then letting the podcast be the thing that, like, you're like, nope, I'll see you back when you're on my podcast. Like, that's just acting at that point. Like, these dudes were never, like, legit beefing. You know what I mean? Like, they're saying shit on their own podcast. I think that's just being dramatic ass, like, celebrity stuff that, like, is usually half-hearted. It's just dumb. Like, and then they talk about
their last game against this squad, they won
busted Bradley Beal.
thanks to
Jesus.
some big contributions
Never mind.
from the bench.
Yeah, a few of their reserves got some decent minutes that night, and they took
Dude,
the
Kuzma, the
opportunity
fuck?
and ran with it. A lot of
Jesus, it's just
scoring
allowing
coming off
the
in that win.
computer, in this case, Luka damn Doncic,
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2
to be able to make that maneuver.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Outside for Beal. There's the pass to Boss.
Let's go. But yeah, like,
Covered by Conley.
Like, how do we expect that, like, that's a legit, like, thing that was going on? They're just being bullshitters, talking the whole time and then having this, and, like, and then, like, Alex Jones, of all people, is trying to diagnose people with, like, schizophrenia. Like, you know how dumb that sounds? Like, that's ridiculous. Nice steal. Jesus. Like, he's just like, yeah, it's like every single person's like, they believe every conspiracy. Then, like, Joe Rogan comes in with, like, I'm a genius. Like, I really do, like, I think I'm a fucking monkey idiot, but at the same time, like, I think that I'm, like, also a genius. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what the vibe I get from that. Oh, nice block. Damn.
And here is Conley. A 17-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. Shoots off the screen. It's rebounded by Boss. Boss has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stolen by Conley. And now Portland on the break. Here's Zubac. And a foul called.
2 fouls now, Mr. Bamba? Jesus.
The shot got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
It's just ridiculous. You get like the likes of Alex Jones, like they're obviously acting and stuff like that, but like that's the vibe you get from those dudes. Is that one's like oh yeah, I've got these sources, and you're kind of like, you Bill Hicks ass. Just kidding. But it's pretty damn funny, like just that character of Alex Jones. It's just outrageous. But what's stupid about the character is that you get this dude that, like, he's a character. Like, he talks for 5 hours. He's a performer. He's not like a news person at that point. Like, or he becomes like or I guess technically original thought of what a news person would be, even though a lot of people in news are just dramatic as fucking actors half the time. That's automatic.
In their last game against Sacramento. The Spurs have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game.
Let's go. Let's set up Kuzma. It's just such a dumb act though by the guy. Like, it's ridiculous.
From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Damn.
This game coming on the heels.
You get the likes of just like Alex Jones coming on, and he's supposed to be in this huge beef with Joe Rogan, and it's just like, huh? Like, it's just like when you think about it, it's like, oh, this is really dumb. Like, why would they come on a podcast? And like after all this stupid ass beef, it's like, it's ridiculous. Like, he's like calling your own friend a shill. Like, trust me, you wouldn't be friends with someone that you call a shill. Like, does that make sense? Like, that's why it's kind of dumb that, like, that's why it, like, doesn't make any sense that they're, like, on the podcast making up or something like that, or, like, talking right away. It's like, no, like, it's like, dude called him a shill. You would not be on his podcast, like. And also, too, which is weird, is what is YouTube gonna do about Alex Jones? Because isn't he supposed to be banned off of that? What the fuck?
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the two-point shot attempt average.
Son of a bitch. That was about to be a really cool, nice move. But
that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
But yeah, like, he's supposed to be off of YouTube, yet he's on Joe Rogan's podcast. Like, what the? So, like, he's technically, it's an advertisement. Every time you're on a podcast like that, it's just like, it's an advertisement of yourself, not like if you intended it or not. It's just the case. And like, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be an advertisement when you get onto someone's podcast like that. So like, really?
Plumlee with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Plumlee's got it. 17-foot shot on the way.
Come on, boys.
That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And the Spurs with possession.
But like, the idea of just bringing someone on your podcast like that is it's an advertisement for that person. So like, So like YouTube's okay with having him on one of the biggest podcasts, if not the biggest podcast in like the entire world by amount of people who download that shit. And that's gonna be the one. Like, why would you show him?
To the middle, looks for Randolph, gets
like,
it
why would you show?
again.
Why would you show Alex Jones? Like, you're supposed to be banned off of YouTube, but yet he's invited onto the biggest podcast that always does YouTube live. It has a YouTube account. Hell, it even has its own like clips account, like that does clips of its own podcast. That's already on YouTube, and it has like 2 or 3 accounts associated with the podcast, and it's also, like I said, the most downloaded podcast in the entire world. Like, come on, man. Like, and he's allowed to be on there. You know, that just doesn't make any sense to me. This doesn't make a lick of sense. And then to get the likes of like Alex Jones trying to act like he's a psychologist or something, and like getting people like diagnosing folks who have quote unquote schizophrenia because they believe in some extra things. And what I'm saying is like not saying like all these like deep conspiracies are to be believed or something like that, like flat Earth or something. No, I don't think that. But you know, when you want to start saying that, anybody like, because the word conspiracy is put into law, right? And like we've had famous philosophers who have helped start the United States, who have admitted about the how natural of a human function it is for people to conspire, and then that's what's supposed to be a good reason to write the laws that we have, is, you know, to combat that, even though it does the opposite today. Jesus.
And another shot. And the layup
Nice.
is good.
Good shit. But yeah, that's the case today. And is that it's still in law, even though it doesn't fucking work. Because that shit, there's a lot of shit that's probably conspires. I mean, it's like when you find out, you know, the amount of people who own news networks and stuff, and you found out about the amount of people who have stocks and collateral and money and multiple companies that like are competitors of one another. Like these people are here to, a lot of them, once I'm sure you reach a certain level, are there to just pat each other's backs and be like, yo, we're all part of this club, fuck this shit, like we'll just help each other out and shit like that. Like, it's not this idea of just a bunch of small business owners. Like, that doesn't exist anymore. Like it's really cut down. Like there's barely any middle America. There's a lot of people just dependent on jobs now. Ooh, that was silky smooth, Trevor Booker. But that's the case. It's like, why wouldn't you expect people to conspire if they just pretty much hang out in the same kind of clubs with people, like, and I don't mean nightclubs or something, like it's fucking Venice Beach or something, or like fucking Miami. I don't know. Like I'm saying is that, you know, it's not crazy to think that, like, and it's weird that they try to associate that like as if there's like a different brand or something. Like literally, like there's politicians have ran on that platform, and I'm not saying Trump alone or something like that. You know, there's a theory right now that Russia was involved in staging the 2016 election. Like, that's a conspiracy of its own. Like, do the people that believe that, and I know some people that probably believe that, like does that mean that they get to be locked up or something like that, or like need to be, like, you know, put into fucking certain clinics because, or like also not be able to own a gun to protect themselves or something like that, is because they'll be considered schizophrenic for that? Because, like, that's a theory. There's also been a theory that, like, you know, oh, it's always been a right-wing conspiracy that Bill Clinton has been, like, pretty much aimed at by the Republican Party since the 90s, and that he's not really the rapist and, like, sexual assault guy that people claim he is. And, you know, it's like, Oh. Oh, come on, Rondo. But, you know, that's a conspiracy. Do we lock up Hillary Clinton then? Like, because I know that's the thing Trump was doing, and people were saying, no, he's fucking idiot. I don't know why y'all are believing the locker up thing. So, blah, 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 blah. You know, there's a conspiracy out there by a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters that Hillary Clinton and the DNC conspired to get herself elected instead of him because of money that was needed. That's conspiring behind, you know, against the rules, behind people's back. I mean, at that point, I mean, you're like, oh, it's then just like, you're like, is it conspiracies or is it just your opinions that you like a lot more? You know what I mean? Like, is it that you're saying everybody that believes in a good amount of conspiracies or believe in conspiracies are all crazy? Or is it that, oh no, if you're crazy if you believe in this conspiracy? Because then it's just the same shit that we've been dealing with forever. Is people disagreeing with one another simply because it doesn't run in line with their political party. Like, that was so dumb.
About gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And there's the pass to Knox. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And
come on. But that's how I get with hearing that. But I think it's also shitty that Alex Jones, like, that's how you know he's a shill. He he has all these theories. He has conspiracy theories that there are chemicals that are turning the frogs gay, trying to say that that's what's going on with humanity right now. And he's trying to say that people are schizophrenic. You know what I mean? That people are schizophrenic for conspiracies. You know what I mean? And I'm not like saying any theories of his are not true or something like that, but like, I thought this dude was the dude who was known for some back ass shit. Like, you know what I mean? Nice play, Rondo. Like, I thought that was the dude that believed in some weird shit, right? And he's over here trying to act like he's some like fucking DSM-5 expert, diagnosing folk. Like, come on, dude. Really? Like, cut the bullshit. Like, that's some fucking complete horseshit. And like, it's kind of like the Michael Cohen thing when it comes to the credibility of the person that you're hearing this from. Like, where the fuck did they get these ideas? Anybody does. To like think that, oh, it's a good PR decision to have Alex Jones tell people that like conspiracy theorists. Like, what? No, like, why? What? That's not a good idea. That just shows that the dude's a fucking shill ass bitch. And like, that's what he's coming off as. Like, and like when it comes to Michael Cohen, he's this dude that's like, yo, it's like, I just want to tell people that I was a really responsible parent. Jesus. That I was a really responsible parent that would be called upon by all my daughters, friends, and families. Like what? Like, you douche. Like, it's the same kind of thing. Like, it's a dude that's involved with that dude, with Trump. And then he has, like, enough nerve to, what you call it, to like, he's been like being the lawyer for that dude for 10, 11 years and deals with all that shit and consciously just like, oh no, like, I'm just telling y'all today that, you know, I was involved with being the lawyer of all these horrible things Trump did, and let me explain to you how I have an involvement in that. But before I do that, I just want to tell you all that I'm a victim. It's like, you fucking tool. Like, and like, we get Alex Jones. He talks about, yeah, I believe in that. Yeah. Sorry, I believed in that for a while. And then he just goes ahead and just fucking like tries to act like all these other conspiracy theorists. You know, not mentioning his stance on like a chemical out there that's making frogs gay. You know what I mean? Nice Mo Bamba. Nice Mo. But that's like making the frogs gay. Really? Really? Like, really? Like, how is that dude's trying to tell people that that's the case? That sucks. It's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, you pretty much have a person that's in power in both of those situations that, like, they use this fucking, like, and for him, they'll use victim consciousness or something like that. Some people will, like, you know, maybe the podcast does that with Alex Jones. You know, be like, yo, you know, I was taking off, blah, blah, even though he was on someone else's platform being a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, he's being Alex Jones. Like, he's being a turd. And, like, it just sucks that so many people buy into his shit.
Yeah, again, there's ways that great coaches in our league teach professional teams that you can
nice
also
play. Kevin Knox is balling.
And just as many plays
nice. But yeah, how do you expect that to? How do you expect to have credibility that people are going to believe? Damn.
I guess he didn't appreciate getting scored on that last trip.
I guess not. He threw it down right on top of him.
Damn.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. Alex Len picks one up. The Spurs
Damn.
their 7th and 8th free throw.
But yeah, like,
right
you're going to use Alex Jones as your fucking dude for
the Trailblazers making a switch here.
For your credibility, or like Michael Cohen, who's a lawyer. You know, how many people fucking like lawyers already in America, let alone a lawyer for a multi-billion-dollar man? Like, to be that kind of person, you have to already be fooked in the head. Like, right? Like, hear me out on that? Like, does anybody understand what I'm saying? Like, this dude for 10 years. You know, it's one thing to be like, wow, this is not what I ever anticipated. Only did it for like half a year, so it stopped. It's another thing to sit there and be all like, oh yeah, like I'm a victim, even though I was a fucking multi-corporational fucking like CEO, like owner, like nice. Thought he was gonna hit it, but never mind.
Yeah, thought process was after he hit that first three, he'd be in great shape, but he looks way off right now.
Here's Randolph. Can't tie it up as that was no good.
Yeah, like how does that?
Shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Wide open look here for Murray. Misses.
Damn, Murray.
Man, just imagine how much they'd be up by, guys, if his shot was going in.
And yes, it's good.
Or how much we'd not be fucking tied.
The defense nowhere to be found.
Outside Beal. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And for Portland, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Down low. And the
damn, Zach Randolph is balling.
Randolph's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland.
Oh, nicely done. Finding good opportunities inside. Priority 1.
1:29 left now here in the second. Murray the pass to Boss. From 18 feet away. A tad short, but it's
I'll take that though. Nice.
Got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
But it's just crazy. Like, you don't want Alex Jones trying to say, like, you know what I mean? Like, people feel sorry for him. It's like, oh yeah, you see what's happening, y'all? Like, by him calling out, like, people for being schizophrenic, for believing conspiracies, which is shit that he believed
Here's Boss.
for all those years, and like some crazy shit indeed. And you're gonna use, like, it's kind of like creating this victim consciousness with the man. Oh God, what happened to my free throw shooting? But like that, like now people are like, you see, Alex Jones isn't that bad of the dude. Like he's you know, like he's like he just admitted that, like, you know, these people are crazy in his community and stuff, and he admits it, so he's got to be a half-what decent guy, right? And you're just like, no, he's just being a sellout. Nice. There we go. He's just being a sellout, dude. Like, he's being a douche. And it's like Michael Cohen. People are like, oh my God, he was mesmerized by Trump. If you're mesmerized by a dude that you're saying was racist and evil and a piece of shit and a con man, then aren't you saying that, like, you're mesmerized by negative things? Like, isn't that what you're saying when you say that? There we go.
Traps in the tray.
Nice.
8 points for Beal.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Outside Randolph. That's tipped. So we've reached the
Damn, and a half. But yeah, like it's very like it's very hypocritical, very contradictive. It's very dumb too. It's just dumb. Like people are just all it does is like create. It's like they acted to create the controversy, and like now they're just creating like it's just I don't know. It's coming off to me as a victim consciousness to Alex Jones or something, like bring him in and shit like that. And then they're talking about the fucking abortion bill. I don't know specifically, but if it's true that like it's an abortion bill after like birth, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't. Like, huh? Don't you feel a little weird? Because people are like using the whole like if it's a deformed baby, kind of like with the whole like rape thing, and you're like. I saw a dude like say it's like, oh, it's like your God is a cunt. It's like if you disagree with this bill or something like that. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with that dude? Like, is that person like the epitome of just being a fucking just like hateful bitch? Like on YouTube, is he the stereotype behind that? Because he's sure coming off as that. Nice shot, Kuzma. I don't think he scored a point since the fourth quarter or first quarter. But yeah, like people are just way too pissed off, especially on YouTube. That it's not even the animosity, because like people usually know where you live, but damn, like. But like people like still see your profile and stuff. Nice play, Bradley Beal. Let's get a big second half.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
We talk a lot about Conley's playmaking abilities also become a
damn 2 straight threes.
Yeah, you love a player who continues to develop his skill set. And Kevin Conley was a shaky outside shooter coming into the league. He fixed that. He's refined everything from his pick and roll game to that little right hand floater in the paint. You go over to the defensive side of the ball, and
there
Conley
we go.
has always been a difference maker.
The Spurs have taken 10 shots in the
there we go. Feel a lot more content about that now. Pretty good game by Mo Bamba. 11 points, 10 rebounds. He's getting more rebounds lately than he normally does, so he's probably improving on his rebounding.
To the magician. Lets it go from the wing. That one wide left.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum though.
Over to the left wing. Here's Jay. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
There we go. Jonathan Isaacs hitting shit. Nice pass. Bradley Beal running the court now.
Floats one up. Conley's shot is off.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go, and then
force
the opponent to do something about it.
Here's Murray up on top, covered by Conley, and they're running. Here's the magician, and it's good.
Nice play by
13 points in the
Mr.
game.
Doncic.
Spurs leading by 4. Outside Beal lets the 3 fly. Here's Boss. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a chance now to review the shot.
These dudes are getting owned down low.
He's pulled up from deep and let it fly. It's found a way to catch iron. Not sure if it is something with his release.
Yeah, he hasn't been. He has not been shooting well on threes. I need to get in the mid range and hit it with him.
Just to kind of mix
Something's not right with Mr. Bamba right there.
First one falls for it. And Blazers coach Terry Stott's doing a great job. Brent, his team has overachieved in recent seasons.
I'm not sure if it's overachieved because they've had some tremendous talent. But the interesting part about Terry Stotts is try to find him taking some of the credit for what's gone on there, and you just won't. He's just giving guys great opportunities.
Damn.
He's giving those guys defined roles.
These dudes are
each one
balling.
has stepped up for him. 0 defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
Murray kicks to Beal.
Speaking of, you just can't let those a good shooter have a wide open three. Well, that just happened.
To answer the three ball with one of their own.
Wow, more threes in the NBA? Who knew? Teams trading tray balls.
Passes it to the Magician. He dishes it to Stevenson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of
Damn,
bounds.
Spurs ball after that. Come on, Mirotic.
How about the stats for Beal? Right around 21 points per, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there from about 19 feet. Pass to Jay. He feeds it to Murray.
Let's get this bitch back up.
Inside.
Nice. There we go. Woo.
And good passing.
Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. I didn't write anything down or anything, but yeah, that's just how I've been feeling about it. It's weird.
Outside Conley. Shot off the pick. To the wing on the left.
Come on, Kuzma.
The Magician passes to Conley. Another shot. And it's good on the layup. 12 points for him.
Yeah, certainly an attitude change at halftime after sort of wandering around in the first. He's kicked it into gear here for the second frame.
I thought he was going to hit that. Come on, come on.
So for the Trailblazers,
Leave him out there for a little bit
Randolph,
longer.
he's checked in for Mirotic. And it's Johnson in for the Magician. Here's Randolph. 11 points in the game. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Spurs.
Oh, fuck.
Outside Conley.
Come on, DeJounte.
There's the screen. San Antonio with the rebound. The Cobra's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Boss. Here's the Cobra. Some solid defense from Randolph.
Damn.
Trailblazers
Having a really impressive game by what's his face?
Stevenson dishes to Conley.
By Mo Bamba.
Back to Stevenson. Wide open. They get it back. It's deflected. Left side, Beal. Out of bounds.
Damn. All right, then. Time to take him out as well. Yeah, let's move him there. Kevin Knox on that. Mo Bamba comes off, but he'll come on a little bit. Like, we'll have the likes of Plumlee out there for sure, with Bombas like stamina like that.
Was a skill that I thought
Yeah,
would translate to the
yeah,
NBA
didn't have anything like written down or anything. It's
It's
just been a weird feeling. It's just like it's just annoying, kind of predictable by how like a bunch of shit's going on. Like it's just a little annoying. And like I said, it just seems predictable. Like, oh yeah, it's like this guy's gonna come out. It's like, and people feel sorry for him because that's kind of the idea that's been driven about everyone. Is that like, you know, all this shit that's going on, Hollywood and stuff. It's a whole shit show, and there's a lot of fucking over aggressive shit that people are doing.
Shoots from 14. Good on the
Nice shit.
And it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Come on, Rondo.
Portland's gotten 12 of their points.
But it's just some repetitive shit that's really old. Just annoys the shit out of me. Just all seems, a lot of shit just seems extra scripted than it should even be. Damn, is that on Rondo? Healy's made sure to foul him and not let him make it. Oh yeah, San Antonio, Portland right there.
Fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the
Woo.
latter part of the season.
About like 2 games behind them. Not behind them, but sorry, I was thinking if we win 2 games, sorry, 3 games, and they don't play anymore, and they just lose this game, then we could have mirrored records.
Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
To the inside, in the corner, it's Plumlee.
Alrighty.
Spurs working the ball around now to the wing right side. Again, the Spurs.
Take that though, nicely done. Jonathan Isaac's having a good game too, I think. So is Kevin. Or is that Kevin? No.
Well, I always think of that, Kevin, in terms of when you win a basketball game, usually it's not just one player.
Get the fuck out of here, Alex Len.
And the foundation of what they've built, the general manager, certainly Terry Stotts in the system, and the guys accepting their role, all deserve a bit of credit for what they're going to be moving forward.
Damn.
No luck.
And they had some botched
come on, Culver. Culver.
Over in the corner, Conley. Back to Stevenson. 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Here's Len. And the dunk.
Damn.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said.
Damn,
dude.
The
battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
Well, especially when
I'll take that though.
This close, you recognize with your instincts the
man of the year right there. Rondo getting shit done on the defensive end, but more so as a pickpocket.
Rondo against Conley. Passes it to Randall. Picked his pocket. An even 3-on-3 break. Corver with it. Now guarded by Stevenson. Here's Jay. The pass to Knox. And the 3-ball is good.
Nicely done, Plumlee.
These
boys are starting to hit a lot more shots. Liking it. Loving it.
Conley kicks to Johnson. Takes a 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And now
there we go, Rondo.
Keep
that shit up.
San Antonio lead.
No hesitation when he saw the space that D was giving him. That's 2.
Johnson, terrific design on the pick.
Too easy.
He lays it in.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the 3-point shot.
And the shot is
damn,
good.
he's running on fire already, like he's just balling.
In the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Randolph. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Spurs. Pull up Jay. They get the rebound. Jay, the pass to Knox.
Damn. That Rondo's shot at a really because the bigger the bar is, like the better their range is at that certain range. So if it's someone like Bradley Beal, he's going to be really good at shooting threes, especially spotting up and stuff like that. And like I saw Rondo's all the way flexed on each side, and I was like,
San Antonio
damn.
leading by 11. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, we've got Len, the magician out there with Conley. Then there's Nikola Mirotic.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession.
Yeah, Spurs ball, though.
For a little more time off the clock.
Here we go, baby.
Rondo.
Let's get this going.
Plumlee with the screen. Passes it to Knox. Second chance shot. And off the left side of the rim.
Nicely done, Mr. Knox.
Smooth's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Spurs. Plan a screen. Mirotic sets the screen for Conley. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. The dish to Corver. Corver missing again.
His
Not
shot
his
release is
best
really
game, but they're
fast.
still getting it done collectively.
Ball stolen. The drive by Rondo. Yes, once again, he remains
Nice.
perfect.
There we go.
6
He's
attempts
balling.
and 6 hits.
And of the last 6 baskets,
Running this
5
game. Running
have
this
come
court.
on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Conley, the pass to the Magician. Ball's knocked loose. Spurs leading by 15. Now here's Rondo. Right wing.
Come on, come on.
5 to shoot. Rejected by Len.
What a way to lose that like hot streak.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now.
Damn.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Jay. And it's good, coming on the assist
Nice
by
pass,
Rondo.
Rondo.
Timeout, 12 points.
What's the Bradley Beal? Let's get. There we go.
Now a timeout.
We'll get
called by
DeJounte in
Portland.
towards the end. But Rondo's balling too much, running this
Well,
court
the
way too
defense is
much.
so predicated on taking away threes and layups. The Spurs
I mean, it's just
zig
too fun with
while
him,
everyone
so
else zagged.
way
Got
too
a bunch
down.
of mid-range shooters last
And a
season.
clown.
It's a fail-safe strategy. They want three-pointers and layups, but if they can't get them, they've got the guys to knock down the in-between.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bossy's checked in for
How the
Plumlee.
fuck Zubac
The
ever
Cobra
making
comes
that in his
for
life?
Smooth. And Beal subbed in for Kyle Korver. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how
Spurs
his
ball.
team responds.
And talking about the Spurs' good mid-range shooters, for them, Brent, an open shot from that distance is a good look.
Well, I think Greg Popovich did a great job, Kevin, of assembling a
Nice.
roster of mid-range shooters who can be quite deadly there. So the offense is set up to find those shots with good ball movement and good player movement. It's not settling for the mid-range. That's what they're looking to get.
Shot is
Damn.
good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from
Balling
Mike
and
Conley.
hauling.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Jay, covered by Mirotic. Here's the Cobra. Right side, Rondo. Trying to answer back, but that
Damn,
one
I
is
thought
off
he.
the mark.
I don't know why I thought that.
For the
Whatever.
three. Another miss by Conley. Spurs leading by 11.
Here we go. Here we go.
Outside Rondo. He kicks to Beal. Here's the Cobra. Off target from
Come
three-point
on,
range.
man.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
Great effort to go out and challenge that shot. Hard to stay cool under that kind of pressure.
Pushing it up. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now
Damn,
for
damn,
him.
damn.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
And when you think of the Blazers' history, Brent, this is a team with a somewhat star-crossed history when it comes to injuries.
Yeah, I remember in the early part of the 2000s, Kevin, how the Portland Trail Blazers were the most feared team. There were championship aspirations at that time, but it's been 10 years now, and maybe some of that bad luck that's always surrounded Portland has worn off. If so far he has not had his usual effort.
Beautifully done. Let's get what's his face. Kevin Knox to finish this bitch out.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Come on, come on, come on.
Conley against Rondo. Conley, the pass to Zubac. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 15 points here in the second half. Spurs leading by 13. Beal dishes to Rondo.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Beal. Back to Rondo. Pass to Boss. Launches it. Mirajic grabs.
That's so bad.
Mirajic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Rajon.
All right. DeJounte Murray.
Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Spurs. Smooth comes in for Jay. And Murray subbed in for Rajon Rondo. The Magician passes to Zubac. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And even though he's been incredible from the field so far, his team still hasn't been able to get the edge in this one.
There's the pick. And it's Beal in the corner.
That's good.
From downtown.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it.
3-pointers now in the fourth for the Spurs.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Yeah, when you're down big and giving up open looks to a good 3-point shooter, you're going to be down bigger.
And
Surprised I haven't got hit with a reach in yet.
No good. Feeds to Murray. Wide open look. And the Spurs scoring again.
Nice. Bradley Beal's balling now. Passing the ball well.
Outside Conley. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Boss.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
Pass to the Cobra. From past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Damn.
Trailblazers trail
Van
by
Dam.
16.
Zubac having himself a game, I'll tell you that.
Randolph is checked in.
Into the lineup for the Trailblazers. Zach Randolph.
Beal with the steal. Lays it up and
nice.
The excellent defense at that.
Nice.
Beal's got 23 points.
Bradley Beal baller.
Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
And Zubac is balling as well.
He has a great ability to lead his man with the pass, puts him in great position to score.
Yeah,
it's a charge. Every time it makes that fucking camera cut, you're just like, shit, bitch, that's a charge.
And take the charge.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
All right, here we go.
Outside Conley. Here's Randolph. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Murray with it. Here's Beal.
This should be automatic, though.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And that one, good.
Come on,
Yeah,
Bill.
you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
Yeah, if the D playing too soft there, they've got the body.
Good ass block.
Keep him off that spot.
I'm like, oh yeah, DeJounte's gonna get a nice fucking
Here's
assist.
the magician. He's covered by Beal. And he trims the lead to single digits.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Here's the three. Trains the three.
There we go.
Beal's got 13 points
Good
now.
shit, Mr. Beal.
Tit for tat right there,
He's
huh,
heating
guys?
up. He's
Well,
4
we have
for
Matt Bombers
6
on
in
both
this
of
half.
these teams, each one bringing it from the depths.
Here's Randolph. A rebound by the Spurs. The Cobras got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws.
Come
now
on,
for him.
Knox.
And you look at the Spurs' incredible run, that combination of Duncan and Ginobili and Parker. It's the winningest postseason combination. That trio
Nice,
in
nice,
NBA
nice. He
history.
had a good game,
Well, we know
Kevin
that
Knox.
Tim Duncan and Greg Popovich had the longest.
I know he had a
player-coach
big slip up and
partnership
ended up on
in
like
league
not
history.
top 10
And it's
against the
also been
Spurs. He
interesting,
accidentally
Kevin,
tipped it
how
in.
each one of those players has taken on different responsibilities as a leader of the ball club throughout the course of their career.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Here's Murray. Outside for Beal. And the bastard boss. And it's something the NBA, Brent, has been discussing between the franchises for a few years now. What are your thoughts on having ads on NBA jerseys now?
Kevin, I don't really have a problem with it as long as it's tastefully done, and I hope the league does their due diligence in making sure that it looks respectable and we don't lose the beautiful, unbelievable logos that we're so familiar with, that we've seen for years and years, and that those colors are well represented.
No clutter, but we see so much of it in arenas with the music and the constant advertising that goes on in scoreboards and around the building.
Well, they're there to make some money, aren't they, Kevin?
They are.
Okay, so
there we go. Nice, nice, nice. 9-11 game for Mr. Murray.
The fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
A phenomenal effort level. These guys came in committed to dictating the action.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
I'll take that.
Terrific run.
It's going to end up a 2.
As time became a factor, they became the aggressors. Big time finish to pull away.
No.
And so it's
114 to 8. That's going to be a 112. Yeah, sorry. 100. Yeah. A 212 team total. Nice finish in the second half by Bradley Beal. I believe he had 18 points in the second half, hitting a lot more threes. He was 4 for 6 compared to starting off 2 for 10. So it ended up 6 and 16 for the day.
About how to get him more involved. He completely dominated the second half.
After they dropped their 2 previous games, you could see he was seriously motivated.
Player of the game as well.
When times get tough, he's the guy you're leaning on. He came through with a big win tonight.
I love the way how he was calling for the ball tonight. You could tell he was really feeling it. He started to...
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best.
All right. I've heard enough from them. Let's get this. A player of the game, Bradley Beal, 28 points. In the second half, he had 20 points, so he had 8 points in the first half. He had 2 steals in the game, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Kevin Knox played a good game as well. Him and Jonathan Isaac were splitting up time amongst each other. I do like that time split. Kuzma played the same amount of minutes as Beal. He's going to need to get involved more scoring-wise, so we're definitely have to get him involved more. But Beal is really holding the load right now. He's scoring well lately. I mean, they haven't had too much of a scoring outburst by him, but they're going to need his scoring more down the stretch. Kevin Knox played a good game as well. Shot 3 for 3 on threes. Mo Bamba, 15 and 16 game. That's impressive by him for sure. 3 steals, 1 block. Jonathan Isaac just getting just a ton of like live on the boards for sure. And that was impressive by him. DeJounte Murray, impressive as usual. Had 4 turnovers, though, compared to 11 assists. I'd like to have like 3-1 or 4-1 ratio. Yeah, Trevor Booker played decently well. I mean, he always kicks ass in like the 5 minutes I have him in, so I don't know what to do. Maybe if I'm playing like a Draymond, I'll have Trevor Booker in there for sure. But yeah, fun game. Beat the shit out of that Blazers team towards the end. But as always, y'all, really thankful for the support. Hopefully, y'all liked the commentary today. Hopefully, it wasn't too like scatterbrained and annoying or anything like that. Yeah, sorry about that. As always, y'all, be grateful for everything. Appreciate it and take care.